welcome to Task Tuesday. I'm your host, Kristen Seaholm of the KS Experience, where we craft systems for renewal, growth, and harmony. Today, I want to share with you a tried and true concept to boost productivity. It's called the Pareto Principle. The Pareto Principle, also known as the 80-20 rule, states that 80% of the output comes from 20% of the input. This principle can be applied to any number of areas, including business, finance, personal development, and so on. So as a quick example, let's take the case of business. Let's say that the company has 100 customers. It may find that 20 of those customers account for 80% of the company's revenue. The company can then focus its resources on those 20 customers in order to maximize their profits. All right, now that you have a quick idea of how the Pareto Principle works, we're going to focus on how we can leverage the Pareto Principle to create more efficient and impactful events. Step 1, identify key objectives. Begin by defining event goals. Before doing anything else, you'll need to clearly outline the main objectives and outcomes you want to achieve with your event. Be specific. Now, prioritize your goals. Review the goals you just defined and identify the top 20% of goals that will likely contribute to 80% of the event's success. Focus on those that align with the overall mission and provide the most significant impact. Step 2, segment your audience. Understand attendee types. It's time to categorize your attendees into segments based on factors such as industry, interest, or engagement levels. Then focus on those key segments. Now that you understand your audience, recognize the 20% of attendee segments that represent the majority of your target audience or have the greatest potential impact. You'll then want to tailor your event experience to meet their specific needs. Step 3, streamline event content. Identify key topics. Make a list of the most critical topics or themes that align with your event goals and audience preferences. If you're in weddings, these audience preferences will most likely be coming from your wedding couple or the decision makers involved. Curate content is next. It's now time to pinpoint and focus on the 20% of activities, sessions, speakers, or vendors that will deliver the most value to your attendees. Streamline your event agenda to prioritize these impactful events. Step 4, optimize marketing channels. Identify the effective channels. Assess which marketing channels have historically brought in the majority of engagement or registration, and now concentrate on these efforts. As you may be guessing at this point, next is time to channel your marketing efforts towards the top 20% of channels that yield the highest returns. This might include social media platforms, email campaigns, or industry partnerships. Step 5, strategic resource allocation. Begin by assessing your resource utilization. Review how your resources, including time, budget, and manpower, are all allocated across different aspects of your event. Now, prioritize those resources. Moving forward, concentrate your resources on the 20% of elements that contribute significantly to the event's success. This may involve reallocating resources to key areas, such as high-impact marketing strategies or premium attendee experiences. Step 6, enhance attendee experience. Begin by identifying key touch points. Time to pinpoint those crucial moments and touch points throughout the event lifecycle that influence attendee satisfaction. Now, optimize those experiences. As you can guess, you're going to focus on enhancing the top 20% of touch points to create a memorable and positive overall experience for all attendees. Step 7 is measure and refine. You'll begin with evaluating key metrics. It's time to use those data analytics, aka your KPIs, your key performance indicators, to measure the impact of the prioritized 20% of elements on the success of your event. Next, you'll need to refine improvement. So, based on the insights gained, continually refine your strategies for future events. Adjust the 20% focus area as needed in order to optimize performance. Step 8, continuous learning and adaptation. It's time to collect feedback. You've heard me say this before, and you're going to hear me say it again. Gather feedback from attendees, vendor partners, sponsors, and team members in order to identify strengths and areas for improvement. Next, it's time to adapt those strategies. Now, apply these lessons learned to adapt your strategies for future events. Prioritize and focus on the 20% of changes that will have the most substantial positive impact. By applying the Pareto Principle to event management, professionals can streamline their efforts, maximize impact, and achieve greater efficiency. Focus on the critical 20% that contributes most significantly to the success of your event, ensuring that your resources, your time, and your strategies are all strategically allocated for optimal results. I'm Kristen Seaholm. Thanks for spending some time with me today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and explore more to see how you can elevate your event management skills. See you next time.